stop fighting my battles for me.
People can't know that we're meeting up. It could ruin things for us.
For us, get out.
In the news tonight, City of Windhoek secures $155 million loan for new power substation to avoid load shedding.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Welcome to this evening's edition of News on One. Here are the headlines. Nurses at the Windhoek Mental Health Center operate in the dark. Oshikoto Regional Council to prioritize roads maintenance. First self-charging Haval hybrid arrives in Windhoek. Zambezi Community Forest Project receives $4.9 million from the Environmental Investment Fund. And Roundup, Business on One, Comments Corner, Sports and the Weather. First up, the Popular Democratic Movement Shadow Minister for Health, Winnie Mungo, said nurses at the Windhoek Central Hospital Mental Health Center administer medication in the dark between 7 and 8 p.m. as there are no functioning lights in the wards. According to Mungo, in most cases, nurses have to use their mobile phones for light.
Mungo, who recently tabled a motion in Parliament regarding the state of mental health institutions and facilities in the country, said there is a dire shortage of psychiatric and mental health trained specialized nurses in government treatment centers, with a 15 patients to 1 nurse ratio in certain departments. Mungo added that the Windhoek Central Mental Health Center is old and falling apart. She added that the bathrooms in male wards A and B and female ward C are having water leaks, while some taps don't open. She said some wards have low bed capacity, which results in patients sleeping on the floor.
This is a dangerous state of affairs. Given that at any point a patient may need to hallucinate or present clinical features such as hallucinating and also seeing and hearing voices and seeing things, and cause harm to those who are merely doing their jobs in distributing medication or administering intravenous or whatever the route may be.
The Minister of Health and Social Services, Kalumbi Shangula's contributions to the motion, which were scheduled to be made at the time of this broadcast, were postponed to tomorrow. Furthermore, Mungo said there is a shortage of medication for patients and further expressed concern regarding the safety of nurses who are at risk of being harmed by patients.
There is from onset a shortage of medication, which includes medicine meant for sedation, such as haloperidol and biperidine, which is used to reduce and suppress side effects from the psychotropic medication. When it comes to safety and security, Honorable Speaker, the only security officers on site are there to guard government properties and not offer protection to those who deal on a day-to-day basis with mental ill patients. Over the years, there have been incidences where nurses administering or rendering services were strangled and even beaten by patients. This should not be the environment our caretakers operate in. Last month, another incident was reported where a psychotic patient who had been hallucinating killed another patient by strangling. These are just some of the unfortunate incidents at the facilities, Honorable Speaker. And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Mongo said other facilities such as the Eterameno Rehabilitation Center, situated in Brakwater area, meant to offer integrated services in the fight against drug and alcohol addiction, still lack the capacity to deal with a fast-growing population, and often individuals must wait for months before they can access the necessary assistance. Ward 16 at the Oshakati Intermediate Hospital caters for 3 northern regions. Patients who visit for rehabilitation end up sharing rooms with psychotic patients. The Windhoek Central Hospital's Mental Health Center also finds itself in the same predicament.
The Oshikoto Regional Council will rehabilitate gravel roads in the region after receiving numerous complaints from residents regarding the poor state of the road infrastructure. The council was allocated 22.9 million Namibia dollars by the Roads Authority for routine maintenance of roads.
The Oshikoto region has for years been facing challenges of poor road conditions. The region council leadership recently held a consultative meeting, followed by site visits attended by the Minister of Works and Transport, John Mutora. At the occasion, the minister said Namibia has vast land that is scarcely populated, and good road networks for each region is a priority to ensure easy access for the masses and transportation of goods.
Obviously, the condition of the road like this one, Okankolo Nkumbula, is not good. We need to re-gravel that. We were assured by the engineers that soon contractors will be appointed. But the most important thing for me is really when we consult, when we have meetings, and we are here with the leadership, the governor, councillors, so that we verify on the ground what is being presented to us in the written reports. So, the roads must connect our people, unify our people for the sake of transportation of goods and services throughout the country. We have done well with the trunk roads, but now the feeder roads inside, the work must continue, and everybody must take his or her responsibility seriously so that collectively we can achieve this today and for the immediate future.
Oshikoto Regional Governor Pendayan Dakolo expressed gratitude for the minister's visit and for coming to listen to the problems they are facing in the region. Yandakolo highlighted that the poor road conditions and the lack of road network should be addressed, as the region is in dire need of proper road networks for easy access and improved service delivery.
My colleagues, like those engineers, they fail to understand us. Sometimes I say, like, maybe this area, it is always full of water. Advising, they don't listen. Therefore, they are saying, okay, we know it already. This is another meeting. We also to note it now.
Mutora further requested the Roads Authority to distribute resources meant for the construction and rehabilitation of roads in the country and to strengthen stakeholder engagements and consultation. During the current financial year, the Roads Authority allocated 22.9 million Namibian dollars to Oshikoto region, which is 12% of the total budget of 225.5 million allocated to the 5 northern regions for the routine maintenance of roads.
Auto dealer Pupkewitz Haval in Windhoek has welcomed the arrival of the all-new self-charging Haval H6 hybrid. The SUV model is an addition to the H6 range and is the first of its kind to enter the Namibia and South African market.
The latest range was unveiled yesterday at the Pupkewitz GWM Haval showroom along Independence Avenue. The Haval H6 hybrid electric vehicle comes with a hybrid technology of a turbo engine and electric motor and boasts modern futuristic features that assure a first-class driving experience for clients.
This is a hybrid vehicle. It combines an internal combustion engine with an electric motor. The two work together where the petrol engine charges the electric motor. So the electric motor then gets energy from when you apply your brakes. So no need to plug the vehicle in and charge it. The petrol engine will do that for you. Affordability on this vehicle goes for 679,000, and I would like to challenge you to look for another vehicle with this quality, with this technology, for better price anywhere in town.
The dealer principal for the Haval and GWM, Bianca Wickley, says the brand continues to grow locally as more Namibians embrace Haval's refined lineup of the latest models.
Well, we're definitely seeing our family growing. So our Haval family is growing, and I get to greet at least 3 clients every morning when I drive to work. So it's super exciting for us here. I would like to invite all our clients and all the viewers to come have a look at this beautiful vehicle and to experience the car with us. You'll find it on our showroom floor. It is specially parked in front of a beautiful window full of branding. You'll easily identify this vehicle. Our team on the floor is ready to assist you with anything you'd like to know about the Haval H6 Hybrid and any of our other Haval products here at our dealership.
There are data deals. And then there are Telecom Namibia data deals. And if you want the biggest data deal of all, you gotta get 31-day Jiva, which comes with a massive 50 gigs of data. Is it even possible to use 50 gigs of data in a month? You tell us. You also get 1,000 voice minutes and 400 SMSs. To get your hands on 31-day Jiva, dial star 130 star 780 hash and enjoy a month of mega data. Whoa, that's a lot of data, minutes and SMS. How much is that? Must be expensive. No, it's only 185 Namibian dollars excluding VAT. T's and C's apply. Telecom Namibia.
Sharing your world.
The Sikanjambuka Community Forest received a horticulture project from the Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism with the goal of increasing crop production and productivity for rural areas for food security. With financial assistance from the Environmental Investment Fund, the initiative will ensure that the community derives maximum benefits from their resources.
Pohamba Shifeta reiterated that the project situated in the Katima Mulelo rural constituency is wholly funded by the EIF while being implemented by the Sikanyambuka Community Forest in the Zambezi region. Shifeta added that the funding helps the project's chances of building full resilience against climate change, as this is the main challenge faced by smallholder farmers in the constituency.
Farming and natural resources management should be treated as a business to generate income and support the livelihoods of our society, especially in the rural areas.
Chairperson of the Sikanyambuka Community Forest, Bernard Mukasa, indicated that the grant from the EIF aims to ensure that the community benefits fully from the natural resources at their disposal.
All these projects today will be handed over to the communities, to Sikanjambuka community. As you can see behind you, you will see a greenhouse there. We bought 42 beehives, 21 farmers. We have 21 farmers that are farming with bees. We also decided to start selling honey. For those who need honey, we have 325 liters of honey inside here. It's a very cheap price.
The minister, together with community members in attendance, celebrated the event with traditional dancing and songs and the planting of a tree.
What's going on?
What did I do to deserve this from you of all people?
You need to stop fighting my battles for me.
People can't know that we're meeting up. It could ruin things for us.
For us? Get out.
Back in the day, Susie's phone used to ring like a hotline. She was the most popular girl in town. But since she did not register her SIM card with her mobile service provider, her phone does not ring anymore. She has tried to get something similar. She has tried this and that number, but it has never been the same. So now, she has a reputation of being a number hoarder. Instead of just registering her SIM at her mobile service provider and keeping her number. Excuse me one sec. Hello? No, this isn't Susie. Have you tried her other number?
Don't miss out on important communications like Susie. Register your SIM to keep your number. Visit www.cran.na.
Welcome to Business on One. The Namibia Digital Nomad Visa introduced by the government this week will attract foreign professionals who are location independent and self-sufficient to live, work and travel hassle-free in Namibia for a period of 6 months. The Nomad Visa is an initiative by the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board, NIPDB, in collaboration with the Ministry of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security.
NIPDB Senior Manager for Marketing, Branding and Communication, Catherine Shipushu, stated that this initiative is solemnly aimed at promoting economic growth in the country by attracting investment and tourists.
The Namibia Digital Nomad Visa is an initiative between the government through the Ministry of Home Affairs and the NIPDB, and is specifically targeted at what we call digital nomads. So these are people who prefer to work remotely in countries outside their usual country of residence. The visa is essentially open to any person that can work remotely, who is self-sufficient, who's able to financially take care of themselves, and who can come to Namibia for a period of no more than 6 months. And the reason for us to introduce this visa is part of our efforts to promote Namibia as an investment destination, also as a tourist destination, but more importantly to catalyze economic activity in the country by inviting talented foreign nationals who can come to Namibia and spend foreign currency in the country. And also there are a number of opportunities that are presented to Namibians in terms of service providers. When these people come here to live here for 6 months, they would require accommodation. They would require car rental. They'll require, eating out at restaurants. They'll require internet connectivity and many other services. So it's also an opportunity for Namibian MSMEs and other companies to be part of this economic growth that we're trying to promote as the NIPDB and, of course, the government at large. Especially like freelancers, they love to do this. You want to work on the beach in Namibia, then this is really the visa for you.
Shipushu outlined the qualification criteria, noting that assurance of self-sufficiency from applicants is a priority.
So any person in any country can apply for this visa. There are requirements, however, as with any other visa program, one of which is you have to first of all complete the visa application form, and that is accessible on the NIPDB website. We also need to be assured as a country that you are self-sufficient, that you're able to financially look after yourself, and therefore we require a 6 months bank statement from the applicant. There should be a letter from the NIPDB to motivate to Home Affairs that this person qualifies as a digital nomad. They have met the requirements. And of course, we need a proof of medical insurance and of course, travel insurance. And as I mentioned, proof of sufficient funds to be able to look after yourself while you are living and working in Namibia for the period of your visa.
Operation of the visa commenced on Tuesday following the launch and will be issued for a period of 6 months. Shipushu urged the Namibian community to be friendly and welcome the first digital nomads to come to Namibia.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more on the business front.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Jessica Lagranzi, Marketing Coordinator here for the COSTEF Arts and Crafts Center in Swakopmund. We started our journey in 2009 already, and as part of
Deputy Chairperson of Southern Africa Alcohol Policy Alliance in Namibia, Renee Adams, said that many children in Namibia are raised watching their parents or guardians consume alcohol, making it a norm and describing it as scary. Cynthia said substance abuse is a big problem in Namibia and education starts at home. Christine said the circle will go on and on. The Automobile Association said it all starts at home and child neglect is an issue caused by lack of responsibility and accountability from parents. Karaire agrees with the sentiments of SAPA. And that's it from Comments Corner. Be sure to engage in our stories on our social media pages for broadcast on News on One.
Nivea Pearl and Beauty with pearl extracts for soft and beautiful underarms. Your trusted deodorant with the perfect balance of protection and care. Enriched with the power of pearls. Nivea Pearl and Beauty for soft and beautiful underarms. New Nivea Pearl and Beauty Black Pearl coming soon.
So who am I and who are you? He said he's only looking for Zimbabweans. I'm last as your name. Yeah. Wonder, you know, betal. That man is very rich, that one. So now I want to negotiate. That's it.
No, that was like $50.
And on the sports front, The 9th edition of the Rongo Power Save Street Challenge Run, which takes place in Omaruru this Saturday, will see senior men and women who win walk away with prize money of 5,000 Namibia dollars. The race, launched by the Minister of Sports, Youth and National Service, will also include wheelchair-bound participants.
The annual event, which was last hosted in 2019, is expected to attract more than 1,000 athletes this year. Race organizer, Erongo Regional Sport Officer in the Omaruru office, Pethold Karumendu, expressed optimism to Sport on One and highlighted a new category for this year's race.
This year, Director of Sport, we have introduced a new category, which is the wheelchair road race. Wheelchair road race T53 and T54. After our discussion of the Paralympic of Namibia, as a start, we want also to promote the para-athletes as and the national road races are doing. Recently, if you can see the London Marathon, the Boston Marathon, the Berlin Marathon, they were doing the road races on a wheelchair. Unfortunately, we will not have a category for para-athletes. Those one who are para-athletes, they will fall with the able body according to their category. We have primary division, both boys and girls. We have secondary division, both boys and girls. And then we have the veterans between 40 and 49. And then we have also the masters, 50 plus. And then we have the senior men and women, 20 to 39. So this coming weekend, all the roads will hit to Omaruru.
Karumendu added that wheelchair race winners will equally receive prizes of 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000 Namibian dollars. Speaking at a recent media conference, Director of Sport in the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service, Joanne Manuel, reiterated that the pledge of 100,000 Namibia dollars by PowerSafe may sound little, but it will go a long way.
And I want to thank Mr. Stein for coming on board. Colleagues, the money that he said might look small, but the impact is what we should look at it. He created an opportunity. So for us in sport, if you go and weigh that 100,000 vis-a-vis the opportunity that we're giving people to come and showcase their talent, it's more than what he said in monetary value. Now, as a government, we have our various documents that are proclaiming our aspiration with regards to sport development in the country. We have the NTP5 and we have the Harme Prosperity Plan, okay, as well as our Sport Act. But what we are advocating is for sport excellence, and after COVID-19, we realized that we should not only focus on sport excellence, but we should also call on a fit nation, and this is how this mass participation program is fitting into our program, the fitness for the society. You remember that with COVID we were told we must be active, so that we cannot become casualties. COVID is over, we are back, and we thank the sponsors, and we call all other people to emanate what PowerSafe has done. And on the same note, I call on my colleagues in the directorate, especially those other ones that are in the regions. Let's emanate what Karumendu is doing.
Registration will be this Friday from 7 o'clock in the morning until late. The race is expected to be completed by midday, with men having 4 hours to complete the race and women having 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Before we head over to the weather update, here's an advisory from the Namibia Meteorological Services. Rain and thunderstorms are setting in this weekend over the interior, extending further into the week of Monday, so please take the necessary precautions. That's all the news we have for you. Please continue following us on our social media pages. From me, Isai Sipunga and the rest of the team, it's good night.